Hi, this is Dan Hill. I agree with Aaron quite a bit. I mean, in terms of the problems of rating the fees, I think even more catastrophic is they rated the capital improvement funds of the Clark County School District. And I think, Green Valley High School is in the heart of the district. I graduated from Green Valley High School. So I think one of the plans would want to protect the funds for the schools in the future, which would affect Green Valley High School. On a statewide basis, I think the very specific goals that would directly affect the district, both in the school and county employees, would be looking at NRS 288, which is the collective bargaining statute. I think that is one specific goal that I would have, in addition to protecting the fees collected.
Alan Wilbright. As you know, there is a lot of talk right now about healthcare legislation and it being mandated. Currently, there are over 200,000 Nevadans without insurance, and a lot of these insurance companies have exclusionary benefits for profit. And I would like to have some insight from you two candidates as to any suggestions as far as how we can get some of these people who do not have insurance that are fairly healthy and are working and want insurance but can't get it. I'd like to have your opinion on that, please.
Hi, this is Erin Lale. Well, I'm glad you asked me that question because I'm one of the people who's uninsured. And I can tell you from my own personal experience that there is a reform that we don't have yet, that if we had it, I would still have insurance, and that is to be able to buy insurance from any state, no matter where you live. If you don't lose your insurance when you move, then buying new insurance in your new state with a pre-existing condition is no longer a problem. That's what happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to a lot of other people. Now, the ginormous healthcare reform that's been pushed through, which is, in my opinion, nothing but a stealth bailout of the insurance companies, does not include this common sense market-based solution. Now, I would like to see that type of reform, a common sense market-based solution to help out with people being able to buy insurance. Thank you.
I think we can, this is Dan Hill, by the way. I think we can all see the benefits of buying insurance across state lines. I think there's a limited amount of things that a state assembly can do. One of the direct things under the assembly's purview would be to make sure that there are ample jobs. I think for the time being, at least, it looks like employment and insurance are going to continue to be linked. I think one of the best things an assemblyman can do to make sure that as many people as possible have insurance is to make sure that as many people are employed as possible. So this goes back to the economic development that everybody's talking about that we're actually going to have to do in the next session in terms of keeping taxes low and making Nevada a desirable place for people to open up new businesses and hire new employees.
Mike Murray, one of the things that I see that I believe would help both business and individuals with health care, would help doctors, would help all across the board, is tort reform. I'd like to hear you talk about maybe loser pays or what you think would be a good way to reform this. Even you could drive down any street in town and it's covered with billboards for people that will not only protect you at the hospital, they will ride there on the back of the ambulance.
Sure. Hi, this is Dan Hill. That was one of the main reasons I actually first started getting into this race. We are now with the Smith Center and the Lou Ruvo Center. We're two parts of a three prongs that make a city a world-class city, the last being a professional sports team, which the mayor is working on. But with the Lou Ruvo Center is going to be huge, especially now with UMC also turning into a teaching hospital. I think Southern Nevada is going to continue growing like it was in the 90s to look like a medical research haven. That being said, the Assembly, including the current District 29 Democrat Assemblywoman, voted to lift the cap on gross negligence lawsuits, which was integral in the 1990s in making sure that doctors stayed. the first thing is we thank that, you know, the Senate shot it down and kept the cap in place. We have to make sure that that gross negligence compensatory damages stays where it is, or punitive damages rather. I think secondly, you know, this is a rather out there idea. There are actuaries who can tell you how much, you know, a life in a lawsuit, they can tell you how much you could have continued working. You know, they can put objective values on things. I think the fact of the matter is any talented lawyer can twist a paper cut into a gross negligence injury in front of a jury. You only have to convince the jury. I think if there was some sort of objective standard where you looked at age, job, you know, injury, what type of injury, to get at least a range of punitive damages so the lawyer doesn't have this opportunity to talk a jury into millions and millions of dollars. Not unlike in criminal law, you have sentencing guidelines. You look at the crime, you look at the victim, you put all these things together, and there's a statute that says it has to be no fewer than 10, no more than 25 years. I think something in civil law, punitive damages, wouldn't be so bad if we looked at that. So I think if there was you know, if there was a range of dollars that a lawyer could not go after that much amount, I think a lot of the frivolous stuff would never come up. Another thing that was dissolved many years ago was a board of, there was a citizen, a lawyer, and a doctor, I think, and before any lawsuit over X amount of dollars went to the courts, this board had to kind of look at it and make sure it wasn't a totally frivolous claim. I think something in between the injury and the trial for something over, say, $1 million needs to be looked at and make sure it's not a frivolous claim. Those are a couple of things I think that could really slow down these frivolous tort claims.
Hi, this is Erin Lau. Well, I pretty much agree with everything Dan's been saying. We kind of agree on quite a few things. Now, you might be wondering, you know, if we agree on so much, why are we running against each other? Well, he's a Republican and I'm a Libertarian, and I firmly believe that you know, the Republican Party is now the party of big government and more taxes. The Republican Party gave us the Bush Bank bailouts, the Patriot Act, the No Child Left Behind Act. The Republican Party's been growing the government. So, although he and I agree on quite a number of things, I firmly believe that if you love liberty, you should be a libertarian.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ask a question. Now, you both can agree that the tourists pay our taxes in this state. Last time I checked, I think it was 39% of state revenue is from gaming, and then you know you have alcohol sales, things of that nature, and of course sales tax, and you know everything trickles down from there. This is more of a directing question. What would you think about a bill now? To preface this question, corporations are allowed to have a federal tax deduction to spend money on marketing, correct? So, what would you think about, because tourism is down, so we're not getting enough as much tax revenue as we used to, what would you think about a state tax incentive for marketing dollars spent on bringing more tourists to Nevada?
Hi, this is Erin Lau. Well, that's a good idea. But here's another idea. Let's open up a whole new market for gaming. Let's have full adult equal rights for all adults 18 and over.